Poetik Flakko just released a video, and in this video, he was disputing D.L. Hughley's statement, and in the same breath, what Flakko was trying to do was defend the right for Charlie Kirk's murder to be called an assassination. And in doing so, Flakko involved Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. But he repeatedly referred to Martin Luther King, and this is where Flakko is wrong.
D.L. Hughley is being canceled online for saying some pretty harsh things about Charlie Kirk. People are currently upset about two interviews in particular, his interview with Don Lemon and his interview with Vlad TV. In both of these interviews, he called Charlie Kirk a horrible human being and kind of talk about why he don't believe that Charlie Kirk was assassinated.
They bantering the word assassination around. Charlie Kirk was not a political figure. I mean, he might have been influential to political figures. He wasn't a political figure. He wasn't assassinated. He was shot.
Black people's feelings fall on a spectrum when it comes to Charlie Kirk, right? It's not a monolith, like it's a spectrum. Some people kind of feeling differently about Charlie Kirk. I never really had any type of strong emotions towards Charlie Kirk when he was alive, and I don't have it now that he's dead. You feel me? I feel like it's unfortunate that he's dead. I feel like it's bad that he died. I feel like he shouldn't have been killed. Nobody should have been killed that way. But do I have like this extreme hatred for Charlie Kirk? No. Do I have this extreme love for Charlie Kirk? No. I didn't really think about Charlie Kirk all that much when he was alive, so I'm not going to fake emotions that I just don't have. But there are some people who have a strong hatred for Charlie Kirk. And D.L. Hughley fall in that spectrum. But regardless of your hatred for Charlie Kirk, I do feel like you make yourself look crazy when you're dishonest about your interpretation of his life. You see, when Charlie Kirk was killed, Charlie Kirk was assassinated. And D.L. Hughley saying he was not assassinated, I think, is an attempt to undermine the life of Charlie Kirk. Because his reason for it, well, Charlie Kirk was not a political figure, so hence he wasn't killed. I'm not making no comparison to Charlie Kirk and MLK, there is none, nor to Malcolm X, there is none. But by your definition, Martin Luther King was not a political figure. Was he not assassinated? He was assassinated because they killed him for his ideology, just like they killed Charlie Kirk for his ideology.
Now, I don't think that Flakko is being vindictive or facetious or trying to be malicious with the intent of his video. I think he is trying to be informative, but I think that he is uninformed.
Flakko said Charlie Kirk was assassinated, then mentioned Martin Luther King Jr. saying MLK was assassinated but wasn't a politician. That's a false comparison built on misunderstanding what assassination even means. An assassination isn't just when someone dies for what they believe. It's when a person with political power or influence over government policy is targeted to change or silence that power. You can't be assassinated if you never held power that shapes a nation. You can be murdered for your beliefs, but that's not the same thing. Charlie Kirk was not a politician. He didn't hold office, draft laws, or control government policy. He was a political commentator, a media personality, not a lawmaker. If someone kills a commentator, that's a tragedy, but it's not an assassination. There's no political shift, no vacuum in power, no change in government direction. Calling it assassination just stretches the word for shock value. Now, when we talk about Martin Luther King Jr., that's where the definition actually fits. MLK wasn't a politician, but he was politically powerful. His leadership in the civil rights movement forced America to confront itself. His marches and speeches led directly to the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Those are government-level changes caused by his actions. He didn't need a title. He had national influence that moved presidents and reshaped policy. When he was killed, the political direction of the country changed. That's why it's called an assassination. So when Flakko tries to link Charlie Kirk to MLK, the logic collapses. Even if Kirk was killed for his beliefs, it doesn't make him a political figure or make his death an assassination. Assassination is reserved for those whose removal affects nations, leaders, lawmakers, or figures who wield real policy power. MLK's death shook the foundation of America. Kirk's death, tragic as it is, doesn't alter any system or law. Flakko's mistake is confusing having an opinion with holding political power. Talking about politics doesn't make you a politician, and dying for an opinion doesn't make it an assassination. MLK didn't hold office, but he moved the country. Kirk didn't hold office, and his death doesn't move anything beyond conversation. Words matter. An assassination ends an era. A murder ends a life. MLK's assassination shifted history and exposed the cost of real change. Charlie Kirk's death, while sad, doesn't fit that category. Saying otherwise disrespects what true assassinations mean and cheapens the legacy of those who actually changed the world.
With Flakko and his family migrating to this country in 1992, that means that him and his whole family have no generational knowledge, no generational emotion or attachment, any ties to any situation from this country. Not only from the black standpoint, but from the white standpoint, just from an American standpoint. They don't know the plight of American people pre-1992. You're never going to be invested into this country like an African American, quote unquote African American, because you're not African American. Like, you dig what I'm saying? Like, you're not an African American. You're an African that's in America, or you're an African. You a nigga that moved from Africa, son. Son, you moved from Africa. Now you live in LA, son. That's what we gonna say, B. I'm doing too much to explain it, son. Word up. Word to my mother, son. Not gonna keep explaining, kid. It feel like I'm breaking it down too much, eh? Like I'm breaking it down too much, eh? Word up. Word up, son. Not gonna keep doing that, kid. So either you get it or you don't. Hey man, if you made it this far through this video, if you watch this video, if you like this video, then go watch all the rest of my videos. You see how Flakko be saying niggas is po? Like, I'm po, son. I'm po, son. Like, I'm po, son. I'm po, kid. Ain't got no money, son.
Me and my niggas live that good life. Blood in the trap till the morning light. I'll rap shit. Go down here so you better grip your pistol tight.